Las Lomas, California, a small town where life moved quietly until the discovery of a newborn boy, wrapped in a red paper bag, shattered the peace. This was 1994, a time when DNA technology was still in its infancy, and detectives named the child Baby Garin in memory of the place where he was found. His tragic fate baffled investigators, leaving behind a haunting question. Who was responsible? And why would a mother abandon her child this way? For 3 long decades, no one could answer these questions, until now. It was a cool spring morning when the lifeless newborn was discovered by a passerby near Las Lomas. The shocking sight sparked a wave of sadness and confusion throughout the town. The baby appeared to have been born healthy, making his death all the more puzzling. With few physical clues beyond the red paper bag and no witnesses to step forward, investigators were left grasping at straws. Back then, forensic technology couldn't uncover what modern science could. The child had no identity, just a small life lost in a senseless tragedy that the police couldn't solve. Detectives canvassed the area, hoping someone might have seen or heard something unusual, but the investigation quickly hit a dead end. Without any trace of the baby's mother or an explanation, the case grew cold, becoming a sad but distant memory for most. Yet the red bag became a chilling symbol, an object that stuck in people's minds. Why was the baby discarded in such a way? Some suggested the bag might have been meant to conceal the act. Others thought it could be a message, though no one knew for sure. For years, Baby Garin's case collected dust. Then, in 2024, the file was reopened, bringing hope that technological advances might finally crack the case. Genetic genealogy had come to the forefront of cold case investigations, leading to remarkable breakthroughs across the country. Using DNA samples preserved from the scene, investigators worked with genealogy labs to search for a familial match. Months of painstaking research paid off. Detectives found a match. Pamela Ferreyra, now 60 years old and living in nearby Monterey County. The breakthrough was monumental, yet it opened a new chapter of unanswered questions. Ferreyra had lived a seemingly normal life, with no prior suspicion linking her to the crime. What could drive a woman to conceal her pregnancy, give birth, and abandon her baby in such a way? When detectives confronted Ferreyra in October 2024, she was arrested without incident. Charged with the murder of Baby Garin, Ferreyra's motives remain unclear. Had she acted out of fear, shame, or desperation? Or was there something darker at play? Investigators are digging deeper into her past, searching for clues that could explain this heartbreaking act. However, many pieces of the puzzle remain frustratingly out of reach. Even with Ferreyra's arrest, key questions continue to loom large. What circumstances led to the child's death? Was it an act of panic from a woman who felt she had no other options? Or was it premeditated? The fact that the baby was found in a distinctive red paper bag adds a strange and unsettling element to the mystery. Was it simply a makeshift way to dispose of evidence, or did the bag hold some symbolic meaning? Detectives hope the trial will shed light on these disturbing details, but for now, they remain unanswered. The community of Las Lomas is left to reflect on the tragic case that haunted them for decades. Some residents expressed relief at the arrest, but others feel unsettled by the revelation. "We thought this case would never be solved," one local resident remarked. "It's strange to finally have answers, but also unsettling to think that someone could live among us all this time, carrying a secret like that." The weight of these new revelations has rekindled the sorrow felt all those years ago, as residents try to reconcile the arrest with the lingering trauma of Baby Garin's death. With Pamela Ferreyra now facing murder charges, the legal process will likely be long and complicated. Defense attorneys may argue that Ferreyra acted under severe emotional or psychological distress, or that she wasn't fully aware of her actions at the time. The prosecution, on the other hand, will push for answers, seeking to understand whether the abandonment was truly an act of desperation or if there was a more sinister intent behind it. Whatever the outcome, the trial will be a painful but necessary step toward justice for Baby Garin. Meanwhile, cold case investigators across California see this as a beacon of hope. Advances in DNA technology are reopening doors that were once thought permanently shut. For every solved case like this, however, there are dozens more waiting for answers, each carrying its own share of heartbreak. Baby Garin's case is a testament to the power of persistence and the importance of never giving up on finding the truth. As we close the chapter on Baby Garin's case, we're left with a mix of emotions. Relief that an arrest has been made, sadness for the life lost, and unease about the unanswered questions. What was Ferreyra thinking on that fateful day? Could this tragedy have been prevented? And how many more stories like Baby Garin's remain hidden, waiting for justice? The story of Baby Garin is a reminder that even the coldest of cases can still be cracked, that forgotten lives can find their voice, and that the truth, no matter how long it takes, can still come to light. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of California's most haunting cold cases. We'll continue to follow the developments closely as Ferreyra's trial progresses. Stay with us for more updates, and remember, every story, no matter how small or forgotten, deserves to be told.